for several years, I have consistently maintained the position that the fuel subsidy had to go. This once beneficial measure had outlived its usefulness. The subsidy cost us trillions of naira yearly, such as a vast sum of money would have been better spent on public transportation, health care, school, housing, and even national security. Instead, it was being funneled into the deep pocket and lavish bank account of a selected group of individuals. This group had amassed so much wealth and power that they became a serious threat to the fairness of our economy and the integrity of our democratic governance. To be blunt, Nigeria could never become the society it was intended to be as long as such small, powerful, yet unelected groups hold enormous influence over our political economy and the institutions that govern it. The whims of the few should never hold dominant sway over the hopes and aspirations of the many. If we are to be a democracy, the people and not the power of money must be sovereign. The preceding administration saw this looming danger as well. Indeed, it made no provision in the 2023 appropriation for subsidy after June this year. Removal of this once helpful device that had transformed into a millstone around the country's neck had become inevitable. Also, the multiple exchange rate, the system that had been established became nothing but a highway of currency speculation. It diverted money that should have been used to create jobs, build factories, and businesses for millions of people. Our national wealth was doled out on favorable terms to a handful of people who had been made filthy rich simply by moving money from one hand to another. This too was extremely unfair and is not acceptable. It also compounded the threat that the illicit and mass accumulation of money posed to the future of our democratic system and its economy. I had promised to reform the economy for the long-term good by fighting major imbalances that has plagued our economy. Ending the subsidy and the preferential exchange rate system were key to this fight. This fight is to define the fate and future of our nation. Much is imbalance. Thus, the effect in our economy immensely profited a tiny elite, the elite of the elite, you might call them. As we move to fight the flaws in the economy, the people who grow rich from them predictably will fight back through every means necessary. But we are ready. Our economy is going through a tough patch and you are being hurt by it, I know. The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses are struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not. If there were, I would have taken that route, as I came here to help, not to hurt the people and the nation that I love so dearly. What I can offer in the immediate is to reduce the burden of current economic situation, which has imposed on all of us, most especially on businesses, the working class, and most vulnerable among us. Already, the federal government is working closely with states and local governments to implement interventions that will cushion the pains of our people across socio-economic brackets. Earlier this month, I signed 4 executive orders in keeping with my electoral promise to address unfriendly fiscal policies and multiple taxes that are stifling the business environment. These executive orders on suspension and deferred commencement of some taxes will provide the necessary buffers and headroom to businesses in manufacturing sector to continue to thrive and expand. To strengthen the manufacturing sector, increase its capacity to expand and create good paying jobs, we are going to spend 75 billion between July 2023 and March 2024. Our objective is to fund minimum of 75 enterprises with great potential to kickstart a sustainable economic growth, accelerated structural transformation, and improved productivity. Each of these 75 manufacturing enterprises will be able to access 1 billion credit at maximum of 9% per annum, with maximum of 60 months repayment for long-term loans and 12 months for working capital. Our administration recognizes the importance of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises and the informal sector as the drivers of growth. We are going to energize this important sector with 125 billion. Out of the sum, we will spend 50 billion on additional grant to 1 million nano businesses between now and March 24. Our target is to give a minimum of 50,000 each to 1,300 nano businesses owners in each of the 774 local governments across the country. Ultimately, this program will further drive financial inclusion by onboarding beneficiaries into the formal banking system. In like manner, we will fund 100,000 MSMEs and startups with 75 billion. Under this scheme, each enterprise promoter will be able to get between 500,000 and 1 million at the maximum 9% interest per annum and repayment period of 36 months. To further ensure that food prices and the items remain affordable, we have had a multi-stakeholder engagement with various farmers and associations and the operators within the agricultural value chain. In short and in immediate terms, we will ensure stable food are available and affordable. To this end, I have ordered release of 200,000 metric tons of grains from strategic reserves to households across the 36 states and FCT. To moderate prices, we are also providing 225,000 metric tons of fertilizer, seeding, and other inputs to farmers who are committed to our food security agenda. Our plan to support cultivation of 500,000 hectares of farmland and all year-round farming practice remain on course. To be specific, 200 billion out of the 500 billion approved by the National Assembly will be disbursed as follows. Our administration will invest 50 billion each to cultivate 150,000 hectares of rice and maize. 50 billion each will also be earmarked to cultivate 100,000 hectares of wheat and cassava. This expansive agricultural program will be implemented targeting small farm holders and leveraging large-scale private sector players in the agri-business with strong performance record. In this regard, the expertise of developed financial institutions, commercial banks, and microfinance banks will be tapped to develop a viable and appropriate transaction structure for all stakeholders. Fellow Nigerians, I made a solemn pledge to work for you, how to improve your welfare and living condition is of paramount importance to me, and it is the only thing that keeps me up day and night. It is in the light of this that I approve the infrastructure support for the states. This new infrastructure fund will enable states to intervene, to invest and reinvest in critical areas and bring relief to many of the pain points, as well as revamp our decaying healthcare and educational infrastructure. The fund will also bring improvement to rural access roads to ease the evacuation of farm produce to markets. With the fund, our state will become more competitive and on a stronger financial footing to deliver economic prosperity to Nigerians. Part of our program is to roll out buses across state and local government for mass transit at a much more affordable rate. We have made provision to invest 100 billion between now and March 2024 to acquire minimum of 3,000 units of 20-seater CNG fuel buses. These buses will be shared to major transportation companies in the state using the intensity of travel per capita. Participating transport companies will be able to access credit under the facility at a maximum per annum 9% interest rate with 60 months repayment period. And then, in the same vein, we are also working in the collaboration with the labor unions to introduce a new national minimum wage for workers. I want to tell you, our workers, that this, your salary review is coming. Once we agree on the minimum wage and general upward review, we will make budget provision for it for immediate implementation. I want to use this opportunity to salute many private employers in the organized private sector who have already implemented general salary review for employees. Fellow Nigerians, this period may be hard on us, and there is no doubt that it's tough on us. But I urge you all to look beyond the present temporary pains and aim at the larger picture. All our good and helpful plans are in the works. More importantly, I know that they will work. Sadly, there was an unavoidable lag between subsidy removal and these plans coming fully online. However, we are swiftly closing the time gap. I plead with you, please have faith in our ability to deliver and in our concern for your well-being. We will get out of this turbulence, and due to the measures we have taken, Nigeria will be better equipped and able to take advantage of the future that awaits her. And in a little over 2 months, we have saved over 1 trillion naira that would have been squandered on the unproductive fuel subsidy, which only benefited smugglers and fraudsters. That money will now be used more directly and more beneficially for you and your families. For example, we shall fulfill our promise to make education more affordable to all and provide loans to higher education students who may need them. No Nigerian student will have to abandon higher education because of lack of money. Our commitment is to promote the greatest good for the greatest number of our people. On principle, we shall never falter. We are also monitoring the effect of exchange rate and inflation on gasoline prices. If and when necessary, we will intervene. I assure you, my fellow countrymen and women, that we are exiting the darkness to enter a new and glorious dawn. Now, I must get back to work in order to make this vision come true. Thank you all for listening, and may God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, J-Boy. J-Boy.
You have muted me.
Sorry, you can unmute it on your end too. We've had it, we've had it. Now we had it. I'm just begging Nigerians. No matter how mad you are right now, no matter how vulnerable we are right now, no matter how angry you really are right now, please just pay attention. Okay, pay attention. Okay. For those who actually clamor for the other candidates to win the election, there's a case in court. Okay, there's a case in court. Be patient. Who knows? The court may actually remove Tinubu. And it may also go the other way around. So in whichever way it goes, make sure you are well informed. Okay, make sure you are well informed about what Tinubu is actually planning. Who knows? Just in case. I'm not going to play advocate for anybody here. But I'm just saying, as Nigerian, your obligation in order to be a good patriotic Nigerian is to educate yourself. Educate yourself. And part of the education doesn't just stand with people who want to tickle your ears. I know some people, you want to hear things that you want to hear. And that is why we usually go to platforms where people are being lied to. But I'm begging you, educate yourself. And when I say educate yourself, it means listen to the guy whenever he is talking to you guys. Whenever he is talking to Nigerians, listen carefully. Because out of the things he is saying, yes, a lot of it jargons, but you will pick few things that will be helpful to you, so that you will know when people are queuing up, lining up in a particular place, filling forms, collecting some data, so that you won't miss out, you won't miss out. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but I'm just saying, while we are waiting for, the court, to actually make his decisions, we also want to actually pay attention. I see Shegun Ajijola, telling me to shut up, to keep my mouth shut. Okay, thank you very much for your gesture. But I'm not going to keep my mouth shut. Sorry to say, I'm busting your bubble there. If you can't hear me, if you don't want to hear me, the only thing that will happen is for you to find a log of wood and hammer it to your ears so that you don't hear me. But as far as I am concerned, I'm not going to shut up. Okay, it is because of people like you that I'm here, in order for you to be educated, well educated. Okay, don't just listen to people who want to tickle your ears. Listen to people who also want to get you informed. I just want everybody to be informed. If you are here last time, we actually hear Peter Obi talking to the obedient. We hear it on this channel, on this same channel. We let everybody listen to Peter Obi on whatever he want to say. So I am just saying, as much as you are listening to Peter Obi, or Atiku or monitoring the case in court, you also need to listen to the president, because you wake up tomorrow, he's still the president, okay, for today. That is your current reality. The reality may change tomorrow based on the case in court. But the reality today is that your president is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So whenever he is saying something, please listen, okay? Mr. Segun Ajijola, you can tell me to keep my mouth shut. That won't work. I will advise you to find a log of wood, a very big one, and knock it to your ears so that you can't hear anybody anymore. Thank you very much. J-Boy, are you there?
I'm here.
You are welcome.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for welcome to today's show. This one is a unusual part we took today. This we are streaming live from all our social media channels, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, just for the purpose of trying to catch up with the broadcast of our President Ahmed Bola Tinubu about the saga of subsidy removal, the implications and the government's plans to be able to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. You are all welcome to today's show. I'm Ronnie Johnson, and we are my co-partner on the show today is Sablu. Sablu, you are welcome to today's show.
Thank you very much, Ojere.
Okay. Now we are still expecting a lot of guests to be part of today's show. You have all heard him, the president loud and clear about his good intention He was able to acknowledge the pain of what people are going through. And he said the pain is inevitable, but there's nothing you can do if you have a means to able to
J-Boy, this is not our regular transmission system, okay? This is overall. So that means you have to speak louder. This is not TikTok, okay?
Okay. Even the something here is not, I'm not even, the something is very poor this today. Now,
but I'm hearing you clearly.
Okay. Now we all know that the president also acknowledged the pain of what people are going through, and he talks about if as another way to take, he will have taken that just because his job is to promote the happiness of the people, and that he has to get back to work to ensure that he realized that he understood, but there's nothing he can do to able to cushion the effect. Now the government roll out plans, and he have the plan in conjunction with state government and local government to able to address the pains of the people. And talks about a lot of sectors need to be intervened. Talks about cultural sectors, talking about transport sectors. It talks about the small scale businesses. It's talking about the floating of the dollars in the market, and all these issues well addressed. He said that even if there's a need for the states, for the country.
So Ogami J-Boy.
Yes.
Why we are actually reiterating some of the things we've just heard from the president, it is highly important to address this issue of uninformed Nigerians. I'm not trying to let anybody get under my skin, okay? But one thing is very clear. Unfortunately, our kids today, our youth today, who happen to be the tomorrow of us that we are always saying, we say this is our youth, our tomorrow. They are busy wearing dresses, okay? They are busy wearing women dresses here and there. Did you see the University of Delta last time? Mr. Segun Ajijola, I'm still talking to you. Your youth like you are busy wearing dresses, okay? These are the youth that we trust to actually lead our country tomorrow. But guess what? When the last time we were hearing that the refinery, the Dangote refinery actually went ahead and hired expatriates, okay? And people were saying, why would he hire expatriates? When I say expatriates, Mr. Segun Ajijola, because you don't know what that means. So, expatriate means people from abroad, foreigners. Okay? He hired foreigners instead of hiring you. Okay? You are busy on social media telling people to shut up. But Oyibo are getting your jobs. Now, instead of hiring Nigerians, he went ahead and hired expatriates. Do you know why? I will tell you why. Because most of the skill required to actually work at this refinery, no Nigerian youth actually possess that skill. The Nigerian youth that have that skill have already traveled abroad. They are working in Texas. They are working in other places that have ExxonMobil, other oil company around the world, not in Nigeria, because Nigeria has no refinery. The only thing we can also dream now is that we can have those training back, those vocational training that can actually put that skill back to Nigerian youth. Some of you, instead of actually talking nonsense online, go and register to some school that will train you how to actually work in the refinery. Maybe tomorrow you can actually get a job that will be able to feed your family. Stop hiding yourself behind the keyboard and stop typing nonsense. Go and get a vocational study that can give you enough knowledge to be able to work in these sectors. Because I see something here that some people are not seeing, and my eyes is so deep because I've been around for a while. My eyes is so deep, and when an elder eyes is so deep, that means he's seeing a lot. Okay, I'm seeing a lot, but some of you are not seeing it. You are busy gallivanting all over the place on social media and be yelling on top of each other's voice and be calling each other's names. Whatever your plan is, even if you are planning to go and torpedo government in Abuja, good luck to that. Good luck to you. Okay, but one thing is clear for me. For some of you who actually are thinking about the well-being of Nigeria, if you are really thinking about the well-being of Nigeria, let us start moving ahead towards that, which is finding a solution-based situation that can actually help Nigeria. Okay, the same brother is replying me back, and I will tell you, it's the same problem you are having. You are getting your information from conspiracy theorists. You are not getting it from the real source. Unfortunately, I pity you. Okay, I wonder what kind of education you have right now. But go and register for a vocational study that can get you a good job. It's coming very soon. Be there. Oh my, Jarunpa is not going to get you anywhere. Anyway, don't let me spend all my time on you, because you are becoming irrelevant to yourself now. Let me spend enough time to people who really want to do something with their life. Okay, people who really want to do something with their life. Hear me now. Okay, listen carefully to whatever Tinubu is telling you out there. You can also listen to other people who are criticizing Tinubu, that is criticizing him based on serious facts. Okay, we here at Opiton TV, we criticize Tinubu every time. But it's only that some people want to hear some things all the time. They don't want to hear the other side. We are not like that. We give you the plain truth from both sides. Okay? The day Tinubu misstep, we will call him out right here. The day Tinubu is doing the right thing, we will also call him, talk about it. We are not here to hide any face for anybody. Anything in the face value, you will know. Right from here, you will know. Okay? Our concern is that Nigeria become better. It doesn't matter who the president is. If the court ruled today that the Peter Obi should go and be reinstated and gain the presidency, fine. We will all clamor behind him. But let me be sure with you guys, even Peter Obi knows that he has no case in court. Unfortunately, I will tell you one reason. The only one reason is this. While Atiku was busy fighting Tinubu in court, presenting different cases, for example, the 25% of Abuja, it's only Atiku that presented that case. For example, challenging Tinubu's certificate, it's only Atiku that presented that case. For example, challenging Tinubu's running mate in court, if he is actually qualified to be where he is, it's only Atiku that is challenging that case. You know, the only case that Obi has in court is against INEC. It's against INEC. And you people are dreaming that Obi is automatically going to become the president, even when he has no case in court that is actually challenging the president. The only person so far who has that case in court for now is Atiku. So if anyhow somebody is going to win that case in court, that means Atiku is going to be the next president. Go and sink that one into your ears. That is the essence of true information. When you don't know the true fact, you keep misbehaving here and there and be telling yourself some rubbish. It is unfortunate. I really wish Obi has the right case in court, but he doesn't. The only case he has in court so far, as I'm talking to you right now, is case against INEC. And the only thing that can come out of that is to overrule the election and do it all over again. But unfortunately, that is not going to happen. So let's go to the other person, Atiku. Atiku has numerous of cases against Tinubu himself. So that means if Tinubu is disqualified, guess who is going to be your president again? Atiku. Now, let's see. Do Obi have enough time to sue Atiku? J-Boy, can you answer that question?
Well,
If
I
Atiku
can't say
finally
precisely
win the election,
whether the law still permits him to sue Atiku.
Whether the law still give him enough time to sue Atiku right now.
Because technically,
Yes.
80 days to challenge the
13 days.
to perceive the winner in the competent court of the law.
Okay.
It's authentic mandate or not. And they also also has a window 180 days to dispatch case. And that within 80 days, the court or the tribunal will have addressed the case and pass a verdict on it. I don't know what after the verdict, but based on the issue right now, it's something that's very strange, because before we always have two horse races in Nigeria, but today now we are having about 4 horse races, but 3 horse races they are the ones that are very keenly contested.
So let me be straight with my question. After this particular case, let's say the court actually disqualified Tinubu. Let's just imagine that it happened. Automatically, it means that Atiku wins the case. Atiku goes to the presidency. Now, my question to you again: do Peter Obi and Labour Party have enough time to sue Atiku?
I doubt it, because the window have closed. I think the window is just 30 days. I think Labour should have challenged both Atiku Tinubu and Atiku together, that Atiku mandate is illegitimate. I think that should have been the obvious route you should have taken. But when
you see
the obedient legal teams, like they are bereft of ideas. That's my little understanding, because I have a cross fertilization with people that with a legal mind, especially those people in the side of Tinubu that are leading the council of Tinubu. There's some guys there, my friend, I've talked to him and I've chatted with him. It made me clear that Obi has no case. He said that the only person that is challenging them is authentically is Atiku. Is the one that have a good case that they need to work assiduously to defend, and that is the only one. But because Obi himself also confessed that he's not challenging the
Yes, he said that earlier, that he's not challenging Tinubu, that he's only challenging the process.
Challenging the process that produced him. And paraventure, it's not saying Tinubu did not win. He has never claimed to that. You know that the process that produced him has been tainted with a lot of funding activities, and automatically they should need to discard that election of Tinubu, and they should conduct a new election. Not that he should be declared as a winner, because if I talking about declaring as a winner, that means Atiku will be the one to be declared as a winner, and that's the implication. So the same thing also applicable to Labour parties in one of their House of Representative members in the Delta State, and the limit the candidature of that Labour Party candidate in the tribunal, and the tribunal said that because the candidate is invalid to contest, because the time is supposed to have joined that political party before you can contest. The time is very short. It does not meet the time specification of becoming that member of that political party before you can contest. The same thing also available in Enugu. There's one Labour Party too. I think they have lost to now in tribunal now, based on because one just joined on the bad wagon. They just joined that Labour Party.
So hold on, let's go back to the main point. Don't let us digress too much before we go to Enugu. Okay. You see, Segun Ajijola, I am not in a beef with you. Okay, let me make that clear. I'm not in a beef with you. I hope you are still listening. I'm not in a beef with you at all. I believe we are all Nigerians. What we are sorting after is a solution. Okay, a solution, a way forward. Okay, I'm not on this channel. We are not part of people who want to bring the house down, who want to burn the house down. No, that is not taking anybody anywhere. As a matter of fact, some of you who are calling for military regime, I know some of you were born yesterday, but some of us that have been around in all the military regime in Nigeria, we can tell you what you will be expecting under military regime. Okay, Chebi, we all have all the freedom to be typing anything on the line now. Abi, we can say anything we want online now. Okay, when the military come, I can assure you one thing: no Nigerian will be able to go to Facebook again and type anything. No Nigerian will be able to go to Twitter again and type anything. They will take it away from you. And if you find a way to be talking somewhere in Nigeria, they will find you, they will pick you up, and they will lock you up forever. That's military for you. So keep clamoring for military to come. Okay? So, Mr. Segun Ajijola, let me come back to you. I am not in a beef with you at all. We are here to provide solutions. And I believe when you said earlier that I should keep my mouth shut, but believe we are alone time. Okay? Kò sí bínú mbẹ. Bínú sírú èèyàn bíi ti yín o. No. I'm not mad at all. Okay? Bó ṣe dé nínú yín, òun lè ṣe sọ jáde. Okay? But cool down. Cool down. Cool temper yín pátápátá. Let's calm down a little bit and assess things judiciously, like somebody who is actually an adult, who is wise. Because I believe you are over the age of 13 before you can actually join our forum. So now, the part you just had now from my analyst, did you hear that one before? Of course, I believe no, because all of you are actually expecting that Obi has a case. I wish he has a case, but he cannot win the case he did not file. It is as simple as that. There's no way Peter Obi or Labour Party can win the case they did not file. Only Atiku file a reasonable.
Let me add, even is he suffering from the precedent that was cited now? He himself is suffering from that. That will not catch up with him as well too, because there's a time frame. There's a time frame to be a member of a political party before you can be their candidate. I don't know whether you are satisfied that time frame that was advanced by the PDP candidate in the Delta State from Tony Lumelu. I know it's a Lumelu. This former majority leaders in the House of Representatives. That was the case. It was advanced against that candidate of a Labour Party, and he won the case. And now he has been declared the winner of that election. But they have now appealed. But we are still waiting for the verdict from the appeal. What appeal will also say that?
You see the problem now, with go ahead.
With now, and the same situation also is also building up against the candidature of Obi now in the tribunal. Whether because if that says is true, fate will also befell on him. And that's why most of our youth, I think I want to use this platform and this forum and this opportunity to able to appeal to all of us. Don't allow emotions to always affect our sense of judgment and sense of reasoning. Don't allow your affiliation, your biasness to also to define your reasoning. I think these are just simple issues we just apply our rational thinking just to address. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of youth outside there that are making giant strides all over the world. Today, I was fortunate to listen to Dr. Betta Edo. The woman was a very vibrant woman. I look at her resume; it was intimidating and impressive. 36 years old woman want to become a minister for the Republic of Nigeria. At least that is very astonishing. And I also listened to another man too from Ondo State, Olubunmi Ojo. And the guy, when I look at his CV, nice advocate. I clapped for them. These are the things that you to also look into that direction. Don't just become a social media warrior alone. It will not take you anywhere.
Unfortunately,
you must be you trying to be a positive agent of positive change. It's not. Let me tell you, I think it's a thing that we must also trying to champion on this platform. Society building is not only the responsibility of government alone. Individuals have their roles to play. Those ones that have been at the country before we know this thing better. I think somebody was telling me, look at the budget of Harvard. 50% are from private donors. But you don't find this in this part of this world. All the time you blame government. I did not feel hopefully, But what of the people that also have the capacity to contribute to add value to society? Are they doing their best? Are they doing their part? No. Even within the street, you others having about 2 or 3 cars at home, but you see everybody. I know it's not ideal. We must rally around ourselves and see how we can able to uplift ourselves out of this road that we find ourselves in this part of this world. But based on our youth, I think our youth need to get themselves educated. They need to get themselves informed. They should not allow sentiment, badness.
J-Boy, let me assign that properly. They need to get themselves properly educated. Okay? Because education is education, even if you are getting rubbish. But you need to get yourself properly educated. A lot of people out there are just full of baloney. All they want is to get views and rating. Look, let me tell you one thing. Olisa Green, I can see you. Thank you very much for that comment. But let me tell you one thing clearly. You see, here in Opiton TV, there is a reason why we actually start this channel. Okay? Because most of us here are people of good means. But we start this channel because of the way things are actually going among Nigerian youths. Listening to false information, fake news here and there. The education that they lack is now becoming a worse scenario. And so we came out in order to actually offer an alternative in which the truth is being said on all sides. I will remind you again, on Saturday, when Peter Obi was addressing the obedience on parallel facts on the Twitter, we join in, we hear it, we make sure everybody's listening to Peter Obi. That is us. We will let you hear both sides, A, B, and C, and everything along the line, as long as it's from the true source. That is what others will not do. They will let you know what Obi is saying. They will let you know what they are saying, but they're not going to tell you what other people are saying. And that is bad. That is bad. I'm not in a beef with any one of you, especially youths that are trying not to inform themselves. I'm just trying to tell you, this is not only to verify, but make sure you don't shut your ears to every information as long as you don't like it. For example, I was listening to a guy a while ago, and he said, I don't listen to Arise News. I don't listen to Arise News at all. I said, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the moment you start saying that, that means you are putting yourself in a bubble. In a bubble. You know what a bubble is? Like you blow a balloon and you now drop yourself inside that balloon and you tie it up. So that means you cannot breathe the air from the outside. Only the air inside that balloon. No, you don't want to treat yourself like that. As a human being, you don't want to be in the prison of mind. You are in the prison of mind if you shut yourself out to other information and just want to listen to one information and one information only. People who want to tickle your mind. That means you are in the prison of mind. Okay? But liberate yourself. Listen to TVC, listen to Arise News, listen to AIT, listen to all of them. You'll be able to be the best judge of situation yourself and not people that you are listening to. But the moment you shut a particular information out, you said, no, because these people are talking about Tinubu, I'm not going to listen to them. No, I'm shutting you out because you are talking about Obi, I'm not going to listen to you. That is where the problem begins. That is where you now seclude yourself inside a darkness. And to come out of it will be very, very hard. Open your mind, kids. Open your mind. Listen to every information. Then you'll be able to judge it yourself if it is good enough for you or not. Don't let anybody judge for you. Okay? So, some of you are mad now because you listen to Tinubu giving a speech on this Opiton TV. But you were not mad when Peter Obi was saying his things on Saturday. You are hearing it on the same channel, but you did not get mad. Okay? How is that? How is that? Because you are trying to be in a bubble. Don't be in a bubble. Open yourself up and let air flows through your brain. The air of information. The air of facts. Education. Good education. Because as far as I'm concerned, the dream I have for you guys, that is you, Nigerian youth, is so that you can grow and become stronger. We can rely on you to be able to hold Nigeria together. But if you keep going around, calling names, calling people names here and there, shutting people out if they are not saying things you want to hear, then you are not preparing yourself to be a good leader. Other people will overtake you. Trust me, believe it. Other people will leave you behind. If you start listening to things you want to hear alone. No, open yourself up to every information. Don't have a thin skin. Have a thick one. A thick skin will accept all information. They let it flow. And then you'll be able to discern which one is best for you and which one is not. And then you verify. After all, Peter Obi himself said you should verify. 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 You know? And verification doesn't mean that you have to listen to one thing and one thing only. Open yourself up to all information. Let it sink in. This is not a religion. In the churches, they will tell you not to listen to other church. Okay? That is a mistake. That is a mistake. Listen to other church. Hear them out. Okay? And then Yoruba says, if you have not reached another person's farm, you will think your papa farm is the biggest. Okay? But when you go to another person's farm, then you know that your papa farm is just the smallest. So I am wishing that you open yourself to more information and stop calling names. It's too childish. How old are you guys? How old are you? Telling people to keep their mouth shut, telling people they are this, they are that, they are fools. How old are you? Come on, guys, stop calling names. We are becoming more mature. Be mature, you know? And let me welcome my other guest, Mayor of Lagos. You are welcome to the show. It's a special show today because since morning we have been hearing the Senate. Okay, we have been hearing the Senate here to show the same hearing of confirmation of the ministers from the Senate House, and I have my take on those too. You know, I think what I hear today is just a completely degrading of our democracy in the Senate. When all you need to pass confirmation is to be able to bow down in the Senate. Okay? No hard questions. Always softballs to the ministers. J-Boy.
Samuel, you are welcome.
Did you see the confirmation today?
I saw the screening, but no confirmation yet. It's just a screening. It's just a...
it's a confirmation hearing, I mean. Look at all the softballs.
They call it screening. Confirmation has not been done.
You call that screening? Yeah, boy, you call that screening?
That
is screening?
That's what it's called. What is what we call it. You can't call it another name. At least it's what you call it. And that's what we need to assist. We need to assist
No. No. That is not screening.
You can't. It is not your own discretion to call it names.
That is not screening.
They are in that visit, and they're going to tell you what you're going to call it.
Are you familiar with the rules in the Senate? You are familiar, right?
Yes, I do.
So they haven't actually done any screening. Okay, look at all the questioning. If there is any hard question, you will always see a senator standing up and be playing advocate for the nominee. What is that? Your job is to ask questions. It's an interview.
No.
It's supposed to be an interview.
Let me bring your things to the fore for us to understand.
I will let you come in later. Okay? Because we always like to bobo. We like to bobo ourselves a lot. Okay? We like to deceive ourselves a lot. Nigerian democracy is copying what is going on in America. Federalism is what we are practicing. Okay? And when a candidate is nominated, the Senate screening is supposed to be an interview. Trust me, in a job interview, how do you take it? Very, very unseriously? That is what I saw today. Very, very casual. Like a walk in the park for every one of the nominees. You know? It's like a walk in the park. So I want us to step up to a plate whereby we will take things serious more than it is in Nigeria. I think they are just playing games with our head. That is not a screening for me. You know, and you hear Akpabio clearly saying that most of the nominees are not coming back. To tell you they are not coming back, that means they have automatic approval. Go on, because I know you have something on the contrary.
It's not that I have something on the contrary. You must have your own opinion, but there are a lot of things that are also going behind the scene. This is the politics and a lot of Australia also take place.
Wait a minute.
Behind the scene,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A lot of things done behind the scene. So you want to tell me that the thorough screening has been done behind? Oh, dear boy. You can do better than that.
I'm only telling you the reality. Forget about everything you see on social media. Let's try to be realistic. Let's try to be pragmatic in our approach.
I don't want to believe that you are gullible. You are not that type of a person. You like good information, but don't tell yourself that, please. That that Senate we saw today have actually done the re-screening behind this closed door.
I'll tell you the reason. You have never allowed me to land there before you jump to conclusion about that. What I'm telling you is that now,
go ahead.
Okay, there are a lot of rules that get screen exercise of ministerial nominees in the House. One, if you are a member of that alloy chamber before, or you are still there, you are only there to enter yourself and take a bow and leave. That's one. Two, if you are a nominee from a state, all your 3 senators must be the one to defend you. In other words, if those 3 senators say no to your candidature or to your nominees, they will know what? They are going to discard you. That's it. And that's why you discover that if a nominee comes, if all ask question, you say the president will still ask the senator from that nominee state to talk on his behalf. And if all of them go against the nominees, he automatically will not be confirmed. That's just the basic rules that guide the screening exercise. National Assembly. These are the issues that will not get twisted. You know, we might not comfortable with all these things, but that's how it has been. That's how it has been, and nobody have already contested that before. And that's why only that these times around, a lot of things happen that might not be palatable due to a lot of politicking that took place. For example, now I was not watch that one, but when Wike came, I read it that Wike were only asked to take a bow, which is very, very unprecedented. It's not ideal because Wike has never been a member of a National Assembly before. I think they should need to be asking questions to be able to because Akpabio they are co-friend, and he was able to use his own influence as president just to cover them up. You know, they are the one that promoted his
you see, let me come in a bit because you said something earlier. Okay, Mayor Lagos, if you are there, anytime you want to come in, let me know. Okay, let me come in a bit on that because you said something earlier. You said the thorough screening has been done behind the closed door. Okay, but
yes,
this is democracy.
Let me give you an example now. Let me tell you.
Hold on. I break you for a reason. Okay, but for what? So you see, this is democracy.
Okay.
There's a reason why we call it the government for the people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not the government for the secluded senators. We call it the government for the people. So that means in whatever screening you are going to do, the re-scrutinization to happen in the front of the whole Nigeria, not behind the closed door. Okay? Now,
you are getting this.
Can you just hold on? I know
okay, because the way you are emphasizing on this behind the closed door,
I know that
every
time I say something pepper your stomach, but you have to hold on for me. Okay?
Okay.
See, the whole Nigeria now, they are calling the senators, they are calling them thieves. Trust me, this is understatement if I say that. Most Nigerians are calling them thieves. And now they go to the marketplace and start dancing with the goats. Okay? Yesterday we heard the goat is missing. Yeah, here is our senators. They are dancing with the same goat in the marketplace. Okay? If most Nigerians are labeling you corrupt, I think the best you can do for yourself is to actually come in the open and do things the right way. We want you to actually scrutinize all the nominees. Ask them questions so that each one of them will be peeing in their pants. I will give you one example today. The guy that was nominated for Ministry of Defense, maybe you can remind me his name. I'm checking my papers here because I don't have his name off heart. That guy that was nominated for the Ministry of Defense, he has an issue today.
Which Ministry of Defense that one? Is it Dan Ladi?
Is a guy from the north that was nominated for the Ministry of Defense. Anyway, let me go straight to my point.
They have not given anybody portfolio.
There was a question today. It was question based on Ministry of Defense. Nobody was named for any portfolio. But if you listen to the question carefully, you will see that each one of them are being assigned directly to a particular ministry in the questioning. So some of the questioning, you will be able to deduce what ministry they are being questioned for. So this particular one was being analyzed based on defense questions on the Ministry of Defense. Because I believe by now all the senators will know exactly what they are being assigned. And that is why I think the question is entering on those jurisdictions for each one of them. So where I'm going is this. He has an issue in which the first exam he seated for in WAEC is not a good result. He only has like 2 credits and some passes and the rest is fail. But you know what the guy did? He deliberately omitted that particular result. Yes, he seated for other exams and actually made good results. But you see, that one that actually gave him a bad name, guess what he did? He removed it deliberately. That is ingenious. That is not good. And when he was being questioned by one of the senators based on this particular fact, guess what happened? Other senators got up and started defending him like their advocates. I don't want to see things like that. Even if he's a man from your party, even if he's a man from your constituency, you have to allow questioning to actually flow. It's an interview. I want to remind everybody once again, the screening is supposed to be an interview. The hearing is supposed to be an interview. You just give out an example where Wike just walked in the park. He just came and gone without facing any other scrutiny. I am telling you at this moment in time that the Senate lacks the right ball. Their balls are missing to actually do the right questioning. And I think what is actually causing all this is because they have some kind of reverence, unnecessary fear for the president. We don't want to see that. Because we keep hearing repeatedly today that this particular nominee is being presented by our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And so therefore, let him do a walk in the back and bow and go. We don't want to. I don't think you really want to see that. This is a democracy. This is a democracy. You know, there's a reason why we say this is government by the people, of the people, and for the people. If you are doing things in the public forum, make sure it is done in the right manner. In the right manner. The right questioning, and make sure you get the right answers. You know, Nigerians are the one interviewing them. Oh, don't forget that. We only want the senator to represent us. But I am not satisfied today with what I see.
Okay. Let me, like one way you have been using that sometimes, I don't think you are getting it twisted. I think is it on the line? It has gone.
Yeah, go ahead. I think it's just
okay.
Me and you.
What I'm saying is not that there must be what we call us trading behind the scene. Because like I told you initially, that if the senators that come from the nominee state does not support him or her, he will be disqualified. He will not be screened. He will not be confirmed. That's just the rules. And that's why when you look at the screening today, they must ask somebody, a senator from the state, to stand up to say something about the person, whether negative or positive. And that's what I'm saying. Now, prevention now. Look at that woman from Uju, Nkorocha Uju from Anambra State now. Most of the people from Anambra State, one is a Labour Party, that's a Victor woman. If I remember, young People's Party, and Tony Nwoye, I think that was a PDP. Now they are all from different political parties, and yet she's from APC. Now, if does not ask to lobby those people, how are they how is going to be scale screening? If it is brilliant, it's very beautiful, it's very exceptional. Yet, if those one go against her, that's them for her. And that's why I'm saying that there must be a kind of horse trading behind the scene. That you must are able to lobby. It's part of politics, lobbying and scheming. If you don't like that one, and that's what people say politics is a dirty game. Well, that's for you, that's your interpretation. But we that are professional in that, we recognize that it's a lobbying and scheming in politics. And if you don't do that, there's no how you can have your way. You can have your way. Even if everybody does that, every president does that, even everybody does that as long as you are in politics. And that's what usually always ensure. And today,
so do you know why it is important to actually scrutinize these candidates rigorously?
I understood what you are talking about.
Yeah,
they have enormous
power. Telling me that happened today. That happened today, right? Is that what you are saying?
Is that what?
Are you saying that happened there today?
I am not. I can't say I can't say categorically that what they did today was a perfect job. I can't say that categorically.
But you can tell me. But you are telling me categorically that it happened behind the closed door.
I am not saying it happened. You don't like. That's why I said. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like you don't want to get. You don't want to flow with me. You already have your own mind. But I'm telling you that what happened, like a lot of things must have happened behind the scene before they come to the floor. And that I have to explain to you that the nominee must have lobbied these senators from his state. If you don't, no matter if you are the Okojo Riala, and if those senators go against you, you are not going to be.
I think our man is breaking. If you are hearing me, try to disconnect and connect back. And that is one of the problems in Nigeria, network. Okay, very, very unreliable sometimes. Okay, J-Boy, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. And
okay, go ahead.
Now from Ekiti State now. I'm being nominated now. I need to go and talk to my people now. Oga Mobi, I don't know what to do. Oga, I'm being nominated. How do you help me in the assembly tomorrow? Okay, don't worry. We'll see how you solve the ground for you. That's normal. Just like you now. I'm no matter you are there, and you have been telling me that you'll be the one to go against me. No, I'm not saying you can't go against me if you are not properly disposed to my nominees, because it has happened before. It has happened before. The senator from the nominee state, they went against him, and he was disqualified. And that's what I'm saying now. And for that not to happen, there must be a standing kind of.
This is another question I will ask you.
Okay.
What is bad in any one of them being disqualified?
Nothing is bad.
You are saying it repeatedly as if it's something that is bad. It's bad for him. It's not bad for Nigerians. Who cares? If you are disqualified, that is bad for you and your family. It's not bad for me, because I want the best of the best.
You are taking these issues out of the realms that we are discussing now.
Don't forget that I'm here to represent Nigerians, not the senators.
Now the argument is that now that it's not about being disqualified. You know, everybody, like I told you initially, whether you like it or not, I know you were not play with this one. Everybody is driven by personal interest. Everybody's action.
You see, I get your point. Okay. But my stand is this. You see, I want us to reach that level in Nigeria.
Okay.
Where
Sabe, you are welcome.
Sabe, you're
all
welcome.
Right. Welcome.
It has been a while. We have been waiting for you.
We have been hanging in here, a long time.
I've been trying to get.
You are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for always being part of this show. I really appreciate your doggedness.
So I hope. Okay, I hope you didn't miss any parts. You are hearing us from the background, right?
Okay, from today's show, right?
Yes. So we just
yes, but not really from the beginning. But okay, I know you are talking about the screening of the ministers.
The ministers. We no the nominees. They are not ministers yet. So we hear it.
Oh yeah, nominees.
For everybody to see the confirmation hearing, and we are deliberating on how I think the confirmation hearing should go, and J-Boy seems to think that it's okay so far.
Oh my God! Xavier, you are welcome once again.
He thinks. I think this is one of the things Peter Obi. This is one of the things that Peter Obi was saying about Nigerians. So he said we are so used to things like this that we accept it as normal. You see, what happened today is just a sham. It's a shame. It's a complete fallacy. And that's exactly what I'm standing on. I don't care what you say today, J-Boy.
How many you watched?
Today we see a demonstration.
No. How many of the nominees you watched?
I'm the one hearing it now. Are you forgetting that we are the one transmitting it?
because like the one, because I don't have live from the beginning. It's like I joined them by the time they are screening down lady. You know,
what are you talking? We hear it for. I think we did part 1 and part 2 from here in the studio. And each part is like 2 hours. What are you talking? You think I will be here talking to you without actually listening to the whole thing?
No. What I'm saying, I'm only basing my own. For example, now the nominee from Taraba State, the way it was questioned, I'm very sure it will not scale through.
Look, J-Boy, now you are talking. I want, I really want that situation every time. I don't want a situation whereby any of the nominees are actually approved or confirmed based on your screening.
That's why I'm asking you now.
Look, you know what the language they use in the US. They said you grill them, like put them on a barbecue grill and grill them completely. So that by the time they come out of the Senate, they will be smelling smoke. That is exactly what I want.
Let me tell you now. By the time they screen this
can you allow me to finish? Can you because when Yoruba say that, you cannot say anything again. You see, what I really expect is for them to be thoroughly screened, thoroughly scrutinized, so that at the end of the day, Nigeria that are listening, they know where to call on you and remind you this is what you said in the Senate. You see, there's one thing that makes American system to be very good. They will ask you questions that will put your hand in the jar. They will put your hand in the trap so that you will say a lot of things. And when you now start in your ministry, people will be calling you out. We remember what you said in the Senate. We remember how you answered this question. If you do otherwise, you are in trouble. That means you lied to the Senate. So every one of them will be very careful. I think it is just too lackadaisical. Let me use the language. Too lackadaisical. Too flamboyant and too casual. Like a walk in the park for these people. You know, I'm not challenging their
you are calling our distinguished senator people.
People.
The name is charge you for slander and the libel.
I am Salah Blue. Come for me.
Don't let them
people.
charge you for libel and slander. You are tarnishing, you are assassinating their character.
It's because they don't know the law. That's why they will charge me for libel and slander. I'm a comedian. Under comedy, I have freedom to say what I'm saying. Just listen to me. People, they don't mind them. All they know is to steal money.
Do you have evidence to say that?
Did I call anybody's name? Did I call anybody's name? I called them.
You must provide evidence to able to substantiate
did I
your
call
allegation.
anybody's name? Did you hear anybody's name? When I go to court, I will say I call Senator Yeye. Any one of them is Senator Yeye. Go and sit down. I know the law.
Let's hear from Samuel. Samuel, you are welcome. Let's hear you talking. Let's hear
go ahead.
Thank you for
J-Boy want you to be the mediator, so you can save him from me.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead, okay.
So but I also have issue with the fact that if at the national level like that, when people want to get appointments from the federal government and they are being, screened on a platter of gold, easy, anything you can think of, then do we expect anything special about their performance? Because like on one of these platforms, I said the last ministerial screening I watched, I was weeping, like, because they will ask some questions and they will just be smiling, and that, like, you them, the last one I watched, they were unable to answer any question. It were some of these senators that were on their behalf. In fact, some of them will talk and they will talk off point. So my own question now goes to our able political analyst in the house, Prof. J-Boy. Now, is it that that is how democracy is naturally? Or no, I know you will do justice. I know you try to do justice. I respect you and I give it to you. So, is it that that's the way democracy is, or the democracy of Nigeria is different from? Because it's so worrisome that people that will be making policies, they cannot even face people. They cannot tell the world what they have in stock. Fine of this ministerial nominee screening, but I have had enough from what you've discussed so far, and it's so disheartening, it's so disgraceful that people that are getting positions from federal government, they cannot even tell us what they have. They cannot tell us how they want to govern the country. They cannot
Mayor, let me give you a
stand with both. I don't understand.
Let me give you a little highlight of
okay,
making me mad. Today,
okay,
some of the women were very, very impressive. Very impressive, I say. Especially the doctor, what's her name?
Okay.
You see, she began to highlight a lot of things. And the other lady too, that is, I think they are questioning her based on
human trafficking.
Based on human trafficking and
Ibrahim.
Yeah, I think she's going for human relations and social, So, but those women are very, very
okay.
They highlighted their skills and their resume, and you will be pumped up that at least you have people who are going to represent us in Nigeria. But guess what? I think they are talking too much for the Senate. That even Fabio has to stop one of them and said, Doctor, I think we've had enough. I think we had enough. Are you kidding me? You are not the one listening, moron. The Nigerians are the one listening.
Imagine.
The Nigerians want to hear from these people. Don't tell anyone that you've had enough. Who cares about what you guys are hearing? You are not. Your ears has not been working for years. Because
Exactly.
if your hearing has been working, you will hear Nigerians crying loud from their suffering. So that's your inept ears that you think you are using, that you are telling yourself that you've had enough. No, who cares? You are not the one who is listening. Nigerians are the one who are listening. They want to hear them express themselves. Tell us what you can do to actually solve Nigerian common problem. And so far for me, it is these two ladies that were able to actually analyze things that I want to hear. And he wouldn't let them finish anyway. He would not let them finish because he thinks he is hard enough. You know? And so this is what I'm saying, that whenever a hearing like this is in public, make sure it is done with respect to Nigerians that are listening. Let them hear the right thing from each one of these candidates, so that tomorrow we will know exactly what to call them out on. And that is why for me that I'm saying, J-Boy, that yes, I know they've done a lot of scrutinization behind the closed door, but that is not for any one of us.
I'm not.
For them.
You are getting that word twisted. I don't use that word scrutinization.
I am not actually accusing you of using any pattern of saying it. I am just saying that generally, I don't care about what happened in the closed door. Most Nigerians don't care about what happened behind the closed door. We want to see what happened in front of the public, and right there and then, that is when the real questions should have been asked, and allow them to actually stress all their points, so that we know exactly why what Tinubu see in them, and what Tinubu is expecting in every one of them. And by now, for God's sake, we need to know exactly which offices every one of them is going. We need to know.
I think I would like.
Each one of them. Don't leave us to be doing mind games. You know, we don't want to be doing mind games. This is our life. Tell us exactly where each one of them is going. Where is Wike going? That you didn't ask him any question. We want to
let me come in here. Let me try to ship.
Okay, go ahead. So that
since I want to believe.
Go, Samuel. I
don't want it to look like me and Mayor is ganging up on you today. So
no, you are not ganging up. You are not. You will gang up against me. Trust me. You can't defeat me. It's not ganging up.
You are the political. You are the political analyst. I respect you for that. But at the same time,
you are not ganging up. But I'm only making the reality for you, whether you say otherwise. But this is how things. This is the reality. Yeah, let me hear you, Samuel, please. Samuel,
okay. Now, I personally, I want to believe this is where corruption begins, because let's bring it down to labor market level. When you are to be screened or face interview, and you cannot perform or to expectation, I am very sure the person in himself or herself will know that there is no hope. But why is it that in their own case, there are people that are nominated to be ministers, they could not and talk, convince, ask them questions? I don't understand, man, no matter. So what I just want to know, I know you're a political analyst. Is it that it is the nature of democracy? Is it the nature of politics, or is it of Nigerian democracy, or is it the nature of Nigerian? Which one are we to choose? Or are we going to?
I think it's what Nigerians have been used to. You guys are used to such a casual ways of doing things. You are getting used to something that is not good in Nigeria. Yeah, you are getting used to. Let me look for the right name. You see this thing that they did today. is normal in Nigeria.
Sablu, I don't,
It's normal.
now,
But
Sablu,
I
listen.
am
Let me
saying
hear
that
you now.
it is not
How
good
many of
at
them that
all.
were not screened today? How many of them were not grilled today?
Eh?
How many of them were not grilled?
How many of them were not grilled?
Yes.
Almost all of them except the women. Almost all of them except the women.
All of them, Ladi.
Is it the Daladi that was asked on a defense question?
No, I don't. I only jump on him. Like
Okay.
it was because he has a case in court, and that's where they were even asking questions. Well, like
But,
the case,
did you
court,
notice?
There's one court verdict that said he cannot hold
Did
the
you
public
notice?
office for the next
Did
10
you
years.
notice the background noise trying to keep the man who was asking the question short? Did you notice that?
No, nothing else. He was asked the question and he could not able to answer the question. He was telling them you have the court judgment. The court judgment was just giving the blah blah question, the blah blah response.
But to the Senate, it was satisfactory. That answer is satisfactory enough for them.
How do you know it's satisfactory for them? They told you they are going to say they are going to tell whether it's confirmed or not.
If it's not satisfactory for them, why didn't we hear a follow up?
No, like you don't follow this. This is what they said that they will hear from them whether it's been confirmed or not.
Behind the closed door.
They are going to do that one behind those nominees, not in their presence.
We are saying the same thing now. Follow me a little bit. I am telling you that I don't care about what they do behind the closed door. They should make sure they plainly do everything as much as they can in front of Nigerians.
Listen, Mr. Sablu, you are just getting this word twisted. Like you have just an issue with these people. Now, this issue now is not closed door does not mean that it is treated in secrecy. It is not that called closed door. What I'm saying that screen them first, you will confirm later. And by the time they are being confirmed, it must be in the open where the host in the plenary session.
After Tinubu will have give them a call and said that nonsense that I saw today, I don't want to see it again. Make sure you confirm my nomination.
Are you sure of that one? Are you sure of that one? So why are you insinuating?
That is Nigerian politics for you.
No, I disagree. How many one have you had? Give me an example of two.
That is Nigerian politics of you.
Give me an example of two you have had that make a call. Give me an example of two.
We said it's behind closed door. You said I should give an example.
You have not answered
if it's behind closed door, how would you have an example?
Give me an example of two. You don't base your decision on just yeses.
On assumption.
I would never be part of this. I will never be part of this position.
Hold on. Don't be part of it. We can actually share facts, but when I'm making my joke, I base it on anything. Okay, go ahead.
Because that was like now, because I saw them grilling him. I know the responses he gave.
He was sweating enough for you. He was sweating enough for you.
And the body language shows that. They only have to take a bow and go. Now, before they invited the other people before they invited Ojo, the only Ojo, and Ojo was a member of our House of Representatives member, and still a current member. They only asked him to.
Okay.
The presenter
Ojo is the guy from Ondo State, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let me give you a very good example about his screening today.
Okay.
You remember when they asked him about the NYSC?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, the answer he gave actually gave me a new enlightenment about the NYSC and the service requirements.
Yes.
Because my original information about that is that once you are above 30, you cannot serve.
Yes.
But now, today, I was able to understand that what the law actually said is that once you graduate before the age of 30, even if you are able and have the ability to serve at the age of 35, you can still serve. Because what counts is the year you graduated. Yes. So in his own case, he graduated before the age of 30. But by the time he came to Nigeria for his service, I think he's already beyond and above 30.
Yes.
That clarified things a lot for me. And that is why I keep saying this questioning is very good for Nigerians, not for the senators. It informed Nigerians better. It put them in the right place. They are the one interviewing these people, not the senators. You are only there to ask questions on behalf of Nigerians. So let them supply as much as information they can. Even if they implicate themselves by talking too much, we don't mind. Because we really want you to put your hands in the shadow for us.
How do you want to love your other more than yourself? How do you want to implicate yourself?
From talking too much, sometimes you will implicate yourself. Trust me. You will tell Nigerians that you actually have one thing and you don't have it. And eventually when we discover, guess what will happen? We will smoke you on the air.
How do you want to like that more than yourself?
That is why it's very good for them
now,
to actually let them say a lot. Let them say a lot.
Even Ojo talks about, you know, it was one man from Kwara State that asked that question. The others wanted to shut him down, but he said no. The president said no. Let him try to clarify that, because that might even be a kind of a litigation against him, and that's why he was able to explain that. Even they asked a senator from his state, it's a son too.
One
was able to,
you know what they call Ojuaye? The Senate president today is only doing Ojuaye. I can tell you that he's doing.
Why are you speaking the mind of people? No. You base on what you did. You can't just base your decision or your own position.
This side of me you have never seen before.
On what you perceive that is this. What is?
I said, yeah, boy, this side of me you have never seen before.
No. I know. I'm enjoying it. That's what I'm telling you. You can't say that one.
He's doing Ojuaye, Joe.
But and Ojo was able to answer despite the question.
I know Ojo really satisfied me. Ojo satisfied me.
Despite the fact that he was asked to take a bow because he is a member of a National Assembly.
But that is exactly what I think is wrong. Just because you know him in the National Assembly doesn't mean that Nigerians know him. You see, and don't worry, don't forget about the fact that this particular office you are going to is different from the one in the house, which you are.
That means that we too will need to contest that idea. It has been there. That's the rules.
Hold on.
And that's me. We need to contest that. You can't keep quiet.
I think you are making most of your comments without actually considering average Nigerians. Okay.
Why I'm not considering average Nigerians? Why I'm not considering? Because you are talking as if like this thing is abnormal. That's why you are your own argument on.
Average Nigerian who don't have the means to vet, to actually ask questions or to do research or to hear what you know. Okay, you are a political analyst. You know a lot. Okay, so let me speak on behalf of people who don't know much. And for them, trust me, what they want to see today is to see all the nominees on fire. They want to see them on fire, refire, so that they will know how serious we are taking them and the job they are about to do. Today, what I see are people who are going to take this job very lightly, like it's not going to mean anything to them.
Well, I don't know. At least I watched about 5.
It's just like when I'm coming.
I watched Danladi.
Yeah, boy.
I watched Ojo.
You watch Danladi. I watch all of them. It's just like when you marry your Olori.
Because all this one I watched, they did a good job. They did a good job on them. I don't know the one you're talking about.
Hold on, yeah, boy. When you marry your Olori, I believe it's a walk in the park for you, right?
Yes.
You just went there and kidnapped her. Is that what you did? You did not sweat. You did not double. You did not pay dowry. You did not do all the things that Omakuni will do before you get a wife. It is that is why you value her today. That is why you value her today. So if these ministers are those
that did that again at the end of the day, they are saying you should pack up longest.
That is what I'm saying. That if you don't do those things, there is tendency for you not to value the woman.
And what are those ones that even did that too? And as you say, no, you come and pack your load. I don't want you again.
That's for example for another day. I'm talking about you. I don't know the other people. I know you. Okay? So that is why I am saying this marriage that we want to do for these guys between them and the ministry, we want them to actually value the ministry. In order for them to value the ministry, I want solid questions, not wara. They are not kids anymore now. Why are you feeding them milk?
You have not given okay, yeah. Except Wiki now. Give me another one that was
only
not
except
faithful
Wike. Only except Wike, Magbo. He said except Wike. For me, I see more than Wike today that get a software question. They
example of
celebrated
who?
Wike. Or more or less, they welcome her with laughs today. But that's
except Wike, who else again?
Many. I just give you an example. Except Odo and the women, I don't see anybody.
You have not given an example of the one that was giving the sub question, because I told you one about those one. I can even give you question. They asked them and they all did well in that answering of that question.
What about the acting APC chairman? What about the APC chairman? The acting APC chairman. What question did they ask him? What question?
Abakayari.
What question? What question? Did you watch that one?
I don't watch that one. I'm asking you.
You see now? You see? And you are sitting here arguing with me when I'm know what I'm saying. Dear boy, don't try me. I said most of them had a walk in the park. A walk in the park, like they do Mary instead of interviewing. Are you kidding me? When was the last? Maybe it's been long.
Mr. Sabu, let me tell you a lot of things that happened.
It's been long that you went.
Some of you, you only look at the surface alone. There are many things that go into all this taking in consideration.
Yeah, boy, forget about the closed door. We are talking to Nigerians. Their eyes is not in the closed door.
Is it the Nigerian that call the shot? Is the people they elected that will call the shot? And that's exactly what we are saying.
Now you are talking like politicians. That's exactly what we are saying. Yeah, we know they call the shot.
They need to do the.
We want these people to bring Nigeria along every step. That's what I'm hammering. Every step of the way. Every step, no matter what the decision is, bring Nigerians along. Information is powerful. When Nigerians don't know, they don't know. They can conclude anyhow. And that's why you hear fake information here and there. You know? When you hide things behind the closed door.
Let me tell you. The issue of nominee. Now they are saying nominee. They can be confirmed and they can be rejected. Depends on a lot of things that take place both in the early chamber.
And you are keeping your hope on the fact that anyone today will be rejected. You are keeping your hope on that.
It might be possible. What is not possible?
It will be shocking.
Possible.
It will be shocking.
Now let me try to shift things. Like I've allowed you to talk. So let me also try to
go ahead.
Now, in taking this decision, I know most of us only want people that are competent to be in charge, ideally, and that's all expected. And because these are people that are going to drive the policies of government, these are the people that are going to ensure the president to achieve his desired goal for the country, like what he said today, that he must get back to work to ensure that the people's happiness is being promoted at all costs, to ensure that the average Nigerians able to have access to good life. Good. But at the same time, too, he is also looking at a lot of political consideration when taking the decision. You know, some of them, like that Abakayari now, he has a very good resume, but he does not have work experience. Well, I've checked his resume. He like all his life about politics. He does not work in any corporate sectors to able to have that experience of because I'm trying to check him whether he has working Mobi, he has working so parastatals or all those stuff.
No technocratic experience.
No. And that one thing about manners about that one. I know he's taking that consideration that it's a political colossus in that environment. He is very good. Who can
and again, J-Boy, it depends on which office he's going. Okay,
that's the issue that we need to also look at. Whether by the time this house is going to settle down, I think they need to go and revisit that law that talks about the nomination of talking about the presentations of the nominee. I think they should need to attach their portfolio to their name.
Their portfolio. I don't know why that is in the secrecy. That is not fair.
Now, I think people only do what we call the open guessing today. That's exactly what people did.
You see, now you are coming back. Now you are coming back to roots.
I know. I want to say, based on their background and working experience.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Working experience.
You are welcome.
Not because of what they perceive where they are going to go to. That's where most of them are being.
Hey boy, I think I hear you say thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Yes, so.
I think I just heard you say thank you. You are saying thank you to me. You are welcome. Because I've been saying it all day. Now you are coming back home. You are coming back home.
I'm not coming. I'm only telling you what happened. That's where the issue lies. That's where some people are getting confused.
You
that
see?
they were not agreed today. Because even the senators, they are most of them don't know what kind of question are going to ask them. Because assuming you are going to man the portfolio of Attorney General now. You get my point now? Now they will know how to prepare question for you towards that direction. And you yourself go and get yourself prepared. I'm very sure you must have gone to about extra moral classes for almost about 2 weeks before you come for that screening. For you able to pass. I know people must have gone and research questions to able to throw at him or her. And if we fail, I think it will be an open debate for the Nigerians to know whether this one is competent or not. I think that's where the issue is.
Where are all the Labour Party senators and representatives?
They are there now.
Why are they not asking any question? Are they not the one who should be who should be sitting to report to everything?
Maybe there's one there, Ireti Kinjigbe.
Why
are we not even advocating for that, Dr. Betaledi?
Oh my goodness! You see what I'm telling you? This Labour Party. I'm telling you now. Didn't I tell you all that?
She was the one advocating.
Even Victor
Women.
Sorry to cut you off there.
Advocating for what's the name of this Uju?
Why wouldn't she advocate? Why wouldn't she advocate? That's the job they send her to do. You see, I keep telling you, Labour Party. You see, you keep celebrating these guys, including Obi himself, including Peter Obi himself. This guy will not do any miracle. Trust me. He will be shocked up completely by the politics being played in Abuja. And all the good Obi that you are seeing right now, all the nice man that you see will disappear. Trust me, that is Abuja politics for you. You don't know the kind of demon that is in that place. Trust me.
No demon there.
Know,
it's just like the kind of let me try to answer question.
Imagine J-Boy just tell me no demon there.
No demon. Don't mind them.
And your money.
Let me answer Sammy. Are you still there?
And your money has been disappearing through the back door, and there's no demon in Abuja.
No demon. It's just human being that they have been devil incarnate.
And snake is swallowing your money in Nigeria.
No snake at all.
No snake swallow your money.
Monkey or
you forget that monkey swallow your money? No demon.
It's somebody that stole the money and spend the money. If I give you that narrative, they are only trying to deceive you. Sammy, you are still there.
When I say demon that is swallowing money, I know what I'm saying now.
Woman being are the demons that are there. And these are the things we must try to change. We must try to renovate ourselves. You see how to get out of this wood of this.
These Labour Party representative, when they get 70 billion, all of them keep their mouth shut since then.
Don't let join that issues because you are trying to invite a lot of fire. I think it's an open.
A lot of fire from where?
Open no.
Yeah, but a lot of fire from where?
Most of them, their thinking is somehow shallow-minded. They are so myopic. They are so parochial.
Hey, boy, you know me since yesterday, right?
Yeah, I do.
And you know that I really care, Abi.
I know, I understand. But most of them are so parochial. They are so shallow-minded. They are so myopic, and
I do not give a shit.
Your understanding is very low, and that's just an open and it's an open.
Look, in Nigeria, we must develop a thick skin. A thick skin. It takes a thick skin to be criticized and rub it on and work on it, and that is the problem we have. We don't want anybody to say anything negative about us, even if it is an obvious negative.
Sam, has it gone?
Mayor is going back and forth.
Okay, when he comes back, like he has a question so the other time, and I need to explain that question to him.
Yes.
Now, what I'm talking about, like,
okay, you are back.
Samuel, are you back?
Yeah, he's back. Let me
yes,
just give
I
him
am back.
Let him talk.
Yes.
Okay, now let me try to. You talked about the issue of the nature of screening. Is it a reflection of democracy or act of politics in Nigeria? And Let me tell you, in every part of the world, there's a lot of what we call a peculiarity, and it's called a political culture. Everybody has a political culture everywhere in the world, yeah, and even within the localities. Everybody has a political culture. You can't compare the political culture of the southwest now with the north, and with the south and the southeast. They are totally different. And the political culture will also guide the way you all play your politicking, and that's normal. I know in Nigeria, yeah, there are a lot of rules that guide the screening exercise in Nigeria, and ministerial nominee screening exercise in Nigeria. Like I told only before you join the show, I will explain that. One, if you are a member, if you have been a member of National Assembly and you are still a member of National Assembly, the only thing they will ask you to take a bow, you just introduce yourself and you take a bow and leave. And before you have done that, one thing you must first do is what? You are going to present your documentation. You need to what? You need to do the document. That means you are going to present your resume. That means you are going to make prepare like more than 109 because each senator must have one. And each senator must have gone through your resume before you are invited to take the podium for you to able to answer questions or for cross-examination. Are you with me, Samuel?
Yes, yes. I am with you.
You must have prepared your resume, your CV, and the CV must have been brought to the house before you even appear. And that each senator must have their own copy, and they must have able to go through it, and that will prepare them on how to prepare questions they are going to ask you. And that's one. And peradventure, if you are fortunate to be a member of that National Assembly before, or you are still there, now they only ask you to introduce yourself and they ask you to take a bow. No, that might be that's another argument. There'll be a pro and against argument against that. But that's not a concern here because that's a tradition. If you want us to change that, I think there's a need for us to raise a voice against that and make and contest that. That's one. Two, your senators from your state, they must all advocate for you. They must also be they must trying to do endorse your nomination. That let me use the word endorse. Don't let me use advocate. They must endorse your nomination that you are a good representative of that state. Because if those two senators reject your nomination, automatically the whole house will reject your nomination. And that is why, and that's third or second or third. And now they will now go further. If you are not satisfied, if you are not, remember now the house now have the floor to question you, to grill you, and to ask questions from you, and about your personality, about your CV, about what you tend to do. But the problem we have now is that the law has not stipulated that by the time they present your names to the National Assembly, they should have attached portfolio, and that one will have given the member of the National Assembly the opportunity to know the kind of question they are going to ask you based on where you are going to serve. They were able to prepare themselves. Now what they do is they just look at your background, your CV, and everything. They're now trying to guess, open guessing. Now call open guessing now to okay, you go this based on your background. Like that I heard you now. Most time they ask us from medical line because the woman is a medical doctor, and that's where they ask that question from because she is a public health physician, public health expert, but she has a PhD, and that's where they ask that question from. They are now looking at her being the minister of education. I mean, being the minister of health, but she might not be there. She might not be there. But now they only direct that question towards that, and that's the area whereby we need to what we need to join our voice together.
So at the end of the day, I still believe that we are talking about the same thing. Okay, I think it's just shambles. It's nonsense. If
and you can't blame the house for that. You can't blame the house for that. It's not their fault.
Who are we blaming for that? Now,
the president is at liberty to do that, but people are expecting to break to break new ground, to break a new ground. At least unusual, at least for the first time, because these are the way they have been doing that.
Answer my question directly. Who are we blaming for that? We are Nigerians. We need to blame somebody. Who are we blaming for that?
I don't know. You should be the one to tell us who are going to blame. But let you can't blame the house because the law.
Who are the political analysts? Okay.
The law.
Who are
Now
we
I'm telling
supposed to
you,
blame for
the
that?
law. Let me tell the laws as the law. The law have not empowered. I mean, they have not mandated that the president should attach the name of the nominee with their portfolio. And that means he's at liberty. He has not violated any law. You are only based your decision on just moral ground.
That exonerates
your
us
criticism
from,
on moral ground.
okay.
That I think that's the way it should go. And this
Okay,
idea.
hold on.
And that means what we need to advocate. We all need to join our voice together to effect that change.
Listen.
So also to propel to propel those national assembly members to change the law, to amend the law, and that one should be included.
Yeah, boy, don't get angry. Okay, relax.
I'm not get angry. I'm not get angry. I want to tell you that they should get that one included.
They should
amend the law and include that now. Because now they have changed the law now. 60 days.
Hold on. I am here to poke you this afternoon. Okay? I'm poking I like to do. Okay? Now, I'm going back to the same question. We must blame somebody. Just because that the law does not give provision that the president must name the portfolio, that doesn't mean that we cannot blame somebody. Remember, I tell you earlier that most Nigerians are not aware of how things are working. And that is amounting to so many misinformed Nigeria. In order for Nigeria to be on the right path to information, things need to be done right. Yes, the law did not make that provision. But then, why are they playing with our minds? What is stopping the president from actually naming the portfolio?
Now, let me try to come in there.
Let me finish with my question. You have not finished with the question. You cannot come in.
Okay.
Now, I ask first, why is the president playing with our minds? Why can't he name the portfolio? Now, if the president did not name the portfolio, the Senate can actually return the list. Yes, they can admit it in that the president meets up with the deadline, but the list can be returned. Nobody says that list cannot be returned. That the president should at least name the portfolios.
Okay. On what ground are they going to base their decision upon? On what ground? On what law?
On what law? Is there any law that says they cannot do that?
But there's no law that permits them to do that.
You see, you are the one who said,
you don't. Let me tell you, you are guided by law.
You are the one who said earlier there is no provision for actually listing the portfolio.
That's what I said. There's a need for National Assembly member now to amend that law. That law.
Hold on, they don't have to amend it. There's no provision.
They must do.
Hold on.
They must do. Let me tell you. Let me guide you on that area. Let me guide you. Let me guide you. In federal system. When I
finish my question, you will guide me. You show me the way. I know I'm blind.
Okay.
No provision in the law says that they must not include the portfolio. And at the same time, if they include the portfolio, they have not broken any law. Abi?
They are breaking the law. They are breaking the law.
Yeah, boy.
No, you are only basing your decision, your argument now on moral ground. What you perceive is the right thing to do.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. There is no law that is going to bound them if they provide the portfolio. Yes, the law did not say they must provide the portfolio.
Yes.
But at the same time, if they provide it, nobody is going to punish them for that. They haven't broken the law.
Exactly.
But you just said they broke the law.
Breaking the law by returning the names of nominees as if the president have broken the law. They can only do that if president have broken the law.
Wait, which law have they broken if they return the list?
Okay. The law says he must present the nominee for screening. He has already done that one. He has fulfilled the position of the law. Okay, on what ground are they going to reject the names submitted to them?
What law says they must not reject the names and say this name is not complete, that you must put more? Or what law says that they must not return the
what would that be their reason?
That Ogao add portfolio to it.
And when they say the law does not say must add portfolio,
but is any law said if they return it to add portfolio that they break the law? You just said they break the law. But because the president have done what's supposed to do based on the position of the law, and you are not doing otherwise. They didn't break any law. They didn't break any law.
You are only taking your decision now on just what you believe is ideal. not what the law says. And I'm telling you, in federal system, everybody is supervised by the provision of the law.
So
Even the
we are not
president
basing
himself.
it. We are not basing it on what I think I believe. We are basing it
That's why basing it.
on
No.
loopholes. We are working around loopholes here. Loopholes.
No
Not everyone
loopholes
has a
here.
loophole. On this particular
That's why I'm saying now that what we need to do as a stakeholder, everybody, civil society, and all concerned citizens, we need to push the National Assembly to because for the sake of other time, because like what just happened now is a noble idea, whereby the National Assembly made a law that the president or the governor must present the name of their commissioner nominees or presidential nominees 60 days after their inaugurations. Like what happened the other time, it took Buhari 6 months before he presented their names, and now they've amended that law, and now it's a welcome idea. But now we can now also go further now to make it more simpler for us, to make it more easier for the Nigerians to able to scrutinize these people through our National Assembly member. That now you are going to this portfolio, how are you going to decide your perform beautifully in that area?
Let me take it further. Okay. So you said that they can add law now to make provisions for the fact that we want the president to add portfolio. Now, there's one thing they call common sense, and common sense can apply if you have
common sense in politics.
Let me land. Common sense can, let me land, Ojere. Common sense can apply if you have not broken any law. Okay, if you have not broken any law, why is President Tinubu why did President Tinubu fail to apply common sense into it? Add portfolio. And if he has not add portfolio to the Senate, why is the Senate not asking for it? I mean, how can you be asking people questions based on nothingness? You know, as in it's based on nothingness. Nobody knows exactly what the question is about. Which ministry each person is going. Welcome back. I think that you cut off there.
Network issue. Let me hear from Sabeyo. Okay, finish your own argument.
Is Sabeyo here? Is Sabeyo here? Mayor Philadelphia. Mayor Nigeria. Mayor is not here. Okay. I want common sense to apply. Okay. You see, this is what we can tell the government. Look, let's use this platform to tell them to use common sense. There's nothing wrong in that. We have not actually insulted anyone. Common sense can be applied. The president can actually add portfolio. Stop playing games with Nigerians' minds. We don't want to see things like that. Add portfolio so that we know where Wike is going. We know where Rufai is going. Because for me personally, I don't want to see Rufai in defense.
Was it question today?
Not yet. We will join in tomorrow again. We will join in tomorrow again. In fact, I want you to be here.
It's going to FCC Abuja now.
I want you to be here early tomorrow. Okay? Please be here early tomorrow. So that most of these things we are arguing on, we will be live watching it. We can argue as we are watching it. Okay? Okay? Are you hearing me?
I'm here. I'm with you now. Loud and clear.
Please be here tomorrow early. Okay? Please, I'm begging you. I know you are a busy man. You make a lot of money out there. But make sure you buy enough time for us tomorrow. Because tomorrow will be another day. I don't like what I'm seeing, though. I must tell you the fact. You may think it's just my opinion. I accept it's my opinion. But I don't like it. Because I'm here to speak on behalf of Nigerians. Come on, people. Come on, people. I just need to speak on their behalf. We need to inform them more about what is going on in the Senate. We don't want all this secrecy here and there. Why are you hiding the portfolio? You should have actually attached portfolio to each person so that Nigerians will know where everybody is going. So that the senator who are asking questions, we know why they are asking the question. Okay? Today we were sitting down deducing. We were just deducing that I think this guy is going to defense based on the question. I think this guy is going to works and housing based on the question and this and that. No, we don't want to do that. For example, the lady that was questioned, the doctor that was questioned based on the health experience and other things, we suspected that he will be going to health sector, but who knows? She might not be. You know,
exactly. That's what I'm saying now. That you and I
and
everybody, all stakeholders, everybody concerned now need to join us together to advocate for the amendment of that sections in the law.
Okay, so you are joining voice with me now. Is that what you are
No,
saying?
that I've been saying that for so many days, for so many times that
But
that's the
you
way
are
to
still
go.
not going to join voice with me, have you? I think you
Yeah.
get a message. You get a message from Adebimpe Olaoye, network issue. Okay, that is major. But I direct my question to Professor J. Boy. Can our politics culture take us far, and can it be amended? That is from Mayor Lagos. That question is
What?
for you.
Okay. No, nothing is wrong. It is we that are wrong. We only nothing wrong with our culture. It's only our attitude we need to change. Get my point? Everybody has their distinctive ways of doing things. But are we doing it the right way? Are we trying to allow integrity to take root in our ways of life? I think we have seen a lot of people that do their job diligently. We talked about the Rakunyele of this one. We talked about the at least about Baba Marwa now, how he's working assiduously in the NDLA. He talks about the Professor Rasak Oluyede in a jam. These are the way to go. At least individuals need to uphold their uprightness in the discharging of their duties, and with that we can able to have a country that we can all proud of. But based on the culture, every country is even you can't compare America with Britain. You cannot even compare their political culture with Britain. There's nothing wrong with political culture. It's only that individually we need just to refine ourselves and trying to get ourselves upright. At least allow our moral life to be up there when we are doing our job. At least our integrity should be something that we must guard it jealously, not allow ourselves to be mud. We allow our names, our integrity to be take to the mud, to the state of disrepute. And this is an issue. Nothing about political culture. It can take us far if only thing that we can allow our individuals' personalities to navigate us through all these things. But like we're talking about now, doing well in the National Assembly does not make you are going to become a good minister. It does not. It does not relate to that one. There are a lot of brilliant people that at the end of the day they become a failure. There are many. There are many. And when they are in big question in National Assembly, because some people are not being born with a good auditory power. Are you with me? Sam, are you hearing me?
Yeah. I'm hearing you. Mayor is not connected, but he's listening.
Oh, okay. Not everybody is born with the auditory power who can able to speak fluently and galvanize the mind of people to his own ways of thinking. It's not everybody that are born with that trait, but some people are just born just to provide leadership, and they are born to give a very good direction and to allow their personalities to able to comparable to do what expected of them to others to expected of them to do. And some people are born with that trait, and does not mean that when you are being you somebody that can able to have a good what we call ultra deliveries in the process of questioning does not mean it's going to be a good minister. And that's one thing you should also put at the back of your mind. I was because I've seen a lot of people. I've seen many. Look at that. What's the name of this woman from Bayelsa State? This Alice Madueke, very brilliant woman, very eloquent, very eloquent, with so much oratory powers. But at the same time, it's a disaster. The same thing. What's the name of this man from Delta State? Ibe Kashiku, very eloquent. At the same time, but what they achieve in the in the petroleum sectors, the refinery was a state of comatose throughout under his tenure. Nothing was achieved out of it, and that tell you how monumental failure the guy was recorded under him. I think that's I don't we should not lay advice on that. What have they because like what Awolowo was said that before you can able to vouch for somebody, look at his accident for him to know what he's doing personally and for you can able to predict what future will be for him. You look at where he's coming from, what has he achieved in the past, and it will give you an idea of what he's doing presently now and can able to project what he can do in the future. I think that should be the basis. That should be the what we call it the basis for our decision. Anytime we want to take decision, these are the issues we need to inquire about before we arrive at any decision. Trying to make a judgment on individual. I think to me, but only things are blue. Only I was not fortunate to see all of them green screen. I only just jump onto Dan Ladi and which the kind of response he gave. was not satisfactory enough. I think everybody is watching whether they are going to allow that kind of person to
Okay,
become a minister.
okay, J boy.
Yes.
We have a mayor. I don't know if maybe he's back. Mayor
Okay.
Mayor Lagos. Mayor, are you there? Yeah, he's not responding. You see, all said and done. All said and done, J boy.
But at the same time, too, let me now give another angle to it before you allow it to take the floor, or we're going
Okay,
to wrap there.
okay.
The quality of leaders sometimes we also give ideas of what we are going to expect from these ministers. I get my point now. It's just like
Wait.
I
Are
give
you saying
example the
what?
other
Are you
time.
saying what to expect from the ministers or what to expect from the Senate?
The ministers as well, those ones that are being presented.
Okay, the
You know,
nominees.
the body language of the person in charge, who is the driver, who is the leaders, which is the president of the country. The body language, the kind of capacity he possesses too, will also give us an ample ideas of what the minister will also do. Because if just like you have a team with a good coach and a bad coach, just like look at Chelsea of last season now, they're unfortunate to have a bad coach. That's why they have good players. They play woefully. And look at Arsenal. Arsenal just have average players, but they have a good coach. See what they displayed. That's what I'm talking about now. Now, if Tinubu himself happen to make himself available, trying to be a good leader, you will be on the neck of these people. You will be able to supervise them, see what they're doing or not. Because, like in position of leadership, there's some people whereby you are going to give a job to do, you will not bother yourself to supervise them because they know what to do. And some people whereby by the time you give them job to do, you must be on their neck. Time to test, seek for report from them to know how far they have gone. And that one, that kind of people, they are also there too. And that means what you need to supervise them on a regular basis, closely, to ensure they give you a good result. And that's kind of down. And that's where Buhari had issues. Buhari is just a kind of Onigbede style of coaches. That's the Buhari for you. Just give you a work to do. You'll be looking until you fail hopefully, and yet there will not be a kind of a reprimand for you, trying kind of a punishment for you. And that's why some ministers, they were monumental failure under his leadership, and yet they were still retained in the national in the executive. Look at what happened to this man now that is having his ordeal with the DSS now, Emefiele. He went to go and contest, and which against the rules of public service, political neutrality. Because by the time you accept that position of a CBN, you become a public servant. And one of the rules of public servants is what we call political neutralities. And he has breaching that law. And you allow him to continue staying in that office. You know, it shows the kind of negligent attitude and
You see,
exposure.
you see, it is the same thing I'm trying to just emphasize. It's the same thing. You know, we take things too lightly that we let these people get away
And
with
that is
a lot of things.
that's why
We
I'm
let
saying
them
it
get away
depends
with a
on
lot of
the
things.
person in charge.
You know,
You
things that
can't
are
do
not
that kind
supposed
of
to
thing
happen in a civil society.
under OBJ.
Don't
You can't
mention
do that kind of
don't
thing
mention
under
OBJ.
OBJ.
That is the past tense. Leave him alone.
No, I'm only telling you that leadership sometimes, somebody in charge will also give kind of what we expect from, because one of the future of federalism is the quality of the president, because the president is holding two power, head of state and head of government. And the personality of the head of state and head of government, because combined together, that's the executive president now, will speak volumes of that administration. If it's a very bully personality, discover that he will speak volumes. If it's a flamboyant, very erudite, he will speak volume. If it's a clueless and dulless like a Buhari and Jonathan, it will also reflected in the administration as well too. And that's exactly what we need to look at. What kind of personality this one will bring to the fore, and that will speak will rub on the caliber of minister is going to have. That's just it. Because it's just like you are having a bad players and you are having a good coach, and that means that bad player can become a good player if the coach surely work on him. And
So
that's exactly the
at
scenario
the
I'm
end of
trying.
the day, I think we are clamoring for the same thing. You know, I just don't want a Nigerian to get used to mediocrity. Yeah, and unfortunately, what I saw today, as there's no way I can qualify it other than that. Yet, it is the way of doing things in the Senate. All that must be changed if we are going to have that Nigerian we all clamor for. You know, I think these old men need to understand that the way of doing things in the new age that we are right now is different from those days where you pay homage to people instead of actually showing that you are representing the people. For example, the current acting chairman of the APC today, you can literally see that they paid homage to him. You know, it's as if that is abomination to be scrutinizing people like that. You know, it's as if to me, you know how things are when you are going to be scrutinizing people that are really respected in the society, as our culture demands. You know, as our culture demands, we usually hold back. We will hold back. You know, because of the respect we have for that person, we hold back. You know, is Babao. You know, is the chief. You know, but I don't want to see that situation happen in the Senate. There's no reason to hold back just because somebody has a particular reputation among them. You know, in fact, the person who carries the largest of the reputation should face the highest of the scrutiny for me. You know, if you are asking regular people 10 questions, let him face 50 questions. Yes, because that way, he is proving to Nigerians once again why he is risen to that level. You know, he's showing everybody this is the reason why I'm here. You know, and we want to renew people's hope once again. We want to renew people's hope once again, and in doing that, you know, I want this thing to be done in the right manner. You know, I asked you a question earlier. I said, what is wrong in rejecting any one of them? There's nothing wrong in it.
Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's
You
arguing
know,
that.
I'm not saying you're
It has
arguing that.
happened before.
I said I asked you a question, and I remember you told me there's nothing wrong in it. I was just referencing it. I'm not saying that you said something is wrong with it. You know, that's what we want to see. We want to see that kind of situation where all of these people will be scrutinized in the right manner. In fact, I want Nigerians to be pitying them in front of the Senate. You know, I don't want them to have. I don't want them to have a walk in the park. You know, because that way, for me, I think they will be taking the job very, very lightly. In order for them to be serious at the job, just like a man who went with a bunch of his friends to go and prostrate in front of his in-law to get a wife, and we realize the importance of that wife. I want these people to also realize the importance of the ministry they are going, so that they take it serious.
Not all of them will appreciate the wife. I will see many people that even invested millions of naira, and yet they are punching the wife.
You see,
not to punch him back.
You see, that's a topic for another day. You know, that's a topic for another day. But I think you understand where I'm going with that analogy.
I understand your narrative. I understand your literary position.
So
you are trying to justify. I understood that perfectly. I'm only now trying to say that I concur with you. I am not against what I'm telling you. You want changes. You want things to be done unusual way. But I'm only telling you that these are the basic truths, and that's why if you want us to reconstruct this process now, that means we need to change. We all need to all night together and plan for what we desire to happen, because there's nothing that is static. Nothing is static. What will be permanent is changes. Changes is also inevitable too. If we want us to change,
if we are practicing federalism, I don't want us to pick and choose. Okay, we pick and choose a lot of time. You see,
No, for
The
that. Let me
person,
tell you. That's where
the
we are also
people,
getting it wrong.
the
No,
people we are
no
copying this
country.
system from,
Mhm.
we will always speak whatever we like, and then we will reject what we don't like, especially if that thing is going to stop them from actually becoming corrupt. And that is what I don't want. Imbibe every
let me.
measure in the system that can actually monitor people, that can call them into questioning, that so that every Nigerian will be on their tail and hold their tail and be able to call any one of them into questioning if they are actually misstepping. That's what we want. That's what we want. And
But
you know,
well,
you are speaking judiciously to what is obtainable. You understand? I admire that. But I personally am speaking judiciously to what Nigeria really expects. You know? And I don't think I'm asking too much.
You see,
I'm not asking too much.
you are basing your. Let me not. There's certain thing that we need to restructure.
You didn't say anything to that last part. I am not asking too much for these people to be scrutinized openly.
Nobody's against that one. Nobody's against that one. But a lot of things need to change too before what you are asking for need to be met. Because
how is it going to change if we don't ask for it?
Tell me. I'm saying now, that's need for us to demand for change of law.
I'm making my demand now.
The law we have on ground now, the law we have on ground does not have anything against what they are doing. You get my point now? Because a lot of things are always come to play when all decisions are taken. That's the reality. A lot of political consideration is always get involved. I don't know whether how it happened in your own climate.
And that is why I said you are speaking in regards to what is obtainable. Okay? You know, but my stand here today,
issue of political culture.
My stand here today is not to uphold what is obtainable in the constitution or in the political culture. It's to tell everybody what we should be expecting from our leaders. You understand? And I think both of us are sitting in the right place. Okay? The position you took today as a political analyst is what I expected from you. So that people out there will have accurate information about what is going on. So that everybody that is hearing Salah Blue yell, we know that Salah Blue is only asking for what Salah Blue want to see in our government. But then your position is to tell people that what is in our government today is not perfect. Nobody is expecting perfection, you know, but we want change. We want change all around. Overhauling change. That's what we expect, you know.
But
tell me you like what you see today with Wike. Tell me you like it as a Nigerian. Yeah, they have not broken any law according to you, but tell me you are satisfied.
I did not watch it. I did not watch it when it was screened. I was not
okay there. You know, but we gave you an example of the acting APC chairman. It's even worse than Wike own.
You saw the Wike one?
That one is even worse than Wike. Trust me. Sorry. Everybody was just laughing, like he's being celebrated. You know, and I don't think you see, Nigeria has been battered a lot. I don't think we want to see that. What we want to see is seriousness in the face. That is what happened the last time when they made a resolution about let the poor breathe, and Akpabio cracked into laughing. Yeah, he cracked himself into laughter at the mention of let the poor breathe. You see, that
they must not get too. This is a leader now. He must not get too serious.
You see, I don't know where I don't know where you get that idea from.
No.
But people are actually suffering out there.
Yes.
If Nigerians are serious, we want to see the seriousness in their face too. We want to see that they are actually not out of touch. That laugh there shows that they are completely out of touch.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
Oh my goodness.
We are all potential
my
leaders in our own realm.
Yeah, boy.
It's not because something is happening, something is bad.
You belong among the politicians. You are a politician. You belong among them.
You know,
Now,
what you are just saying now. Okay, now, tell me any leaders where you have sense of humor.
Sense of humor in the face of people suffering. Sense of humor.
No.
You find something funny in that.
You need to relax. You need to. No. No. It's like, okay, now you are now aggravating their problem now by even talking.
Aggravating whose problem?
You need to give them succor.
So, but I don't need to lie to them as well.
Yes, you need to give them succor. You need to at least give them the hope.
I need to comfort
by the time
them.
You are not kissing your face. You are comforting
I don't need to lie to them as well.
Yes, I agree with you. You need to be open. That's what Tinubu did today. He was telling us nothing. He has no option than to do what he did, and that's what a leader should do. You take a decision, whether it's tough or soft, and that's the hallmark of a good leader. I remember when the Mashallah was the one there.
May you send another message. Let me read.
Okay.
So, if sound oratory skill is not part of a yardstick for determining a good minister to be, as you said, what else can we use to determine that?
The antecedent now, what he has achieved, what he has done in the people's position he has had.
But how is he going to express those things to Nigerians if he's not allowed to actually express it? If enough questions that were, are you telling me everybody know all these things you are talking? Out of all the Nigerians that know the real facts about these people, there are only few like you.
That's the reason why that's what the job of a media need to do.
What is the point of the hearing if you are not going to allow them to talk?
That's one of the importance of the hearing. You know, one thing about politics, and these are the area disadvantage of politics.
So if that is one of the importance of the hearing,
you don't allow me to talk.
I'm allowing you to talk. I'm just saying, if that is one of the importance of the hearing, and we didn't hear anything today, that means the hearing is just nothing today. It's baseless.
How come it's nothing? What of the one you hear from a Dr. Beta Edo? What do you hear from a woman?
You keep referring to this. You keep referring to these few of them. You keep referring.
These are the one I had.
Don't base your judgment on the one you had now.
Okay, I should now base my judgment on what the one I did not see.
If you are going to generalize, at least make sure you listen to all the hearing.
I have no opportunity to do that one. I only base my decision on what the one I witnessed.
If you are going to generalize your opinion, make sure you listen to all the hearing. Okay. You cannot score yourself 100 when you watch 4/10. Go and watch 10/10. If you watch 10/10, then you can base your opinion on that. You see, I think today has been very, very nice for me. I like this show.
Actually, I really enjoy myself as well.
You know, I like this show. I think in the past I've been agreeing with you too much, but that's gonna stop from now on. me and you now should be putting we should be putting our legs in the same trouser.
The only thing that Samuel was not part of the show today.
Whenever his network is okay and it's part of it, I want him to add his legs in the trouser too, so that it will be three legs in the same trouser.
I told him to go and change his network to go to MTN. I've told him.
And I want to add as well that I need us to step up the game. Okay. On Okuto TV, we need to step up the game, because the experience we had today from these two young chaps that sent their message to us shows me that we have a lot of work to do. And sometimes they say seeing is believing. So, my brother, I need your camera to be active. Okay,
no problem. I've gotten the ring light.
Okay.
It's available anytime we want to talk about camera.
Okay. And you also need a microphone. You need a microphone so that we can hear you clearly. Using the direct microphone on your phone is not it's not accurate.
Oh, wow. I don't want
Okay,
to do that one.
so
Okay, we'll do
we
that.
will find solution to that as well.
Okay.
We need you to have a microphone that is stable, and we also need you to have a lighting that is stable, a very very well organized background. I know you have a very good background there, so pick one of the best. And I will also make sure that next show my camera is on, okay, because people need to see us. You know, if to believe your voice, they need to see you. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
Mm. To believe
Okay.
you, they need to see you. So
Uh,
and maybe tomorrow
now,
we will highlight few things about Niger issue.
no, I want to send you the today's broadcast of Tinubu today. I will send it to you now. I've gotten
Okay,
it.
okay.
I will send it to you. And let me to send it to Sam Major. We can look at that too. We can look
You
at
mean
let's
you
look
mean
at highlight
you mean
the
you mean the one we just see?
no what we had today. The broadcast of Tinubu this
Okay, to analyze it, right?
yes.
Yeah, because I think he said a lot of things in that broadcast.
Yes.
Uh, Next time, because today we have to run it on an emergency because of the way I rushed in today. So next time, I will ask the secretary to be taking notes so that once the broadcast is finished, we'll be able to analyze it. Uh, we'll be able to analyze it
I will
each
send you
point
the I
step
will
by
send
step.
the book I will send the broadcast text now.
Okay,
You
no
have
problem. So that tomorrow we can go over it, right?
yes, yes. Let me
And
to send
then
it to Sam. Let me
and
to
then
send it
we
to
will
Sam
also
too.
have time for the Niger issue
Yes,
and
we
talk
will do
about the
that to them.
ultimatum that Tinubu actually assigned. But I
No,
want to ask you
no,
quickly.
no Tinubu, no Tinubu. Say ECOWAS. Don't
E-
personalize. Don't.
ECOWAS, Tinubu is the chairman. Okay, so
You can personalize it for him.
thank you for making that assertion. I think we should make
Mm,
it clear so that people
mm,
will know that it is ECOWAS, because it's in charge. That's why I
mm,
mentioned Tinubu. Yeah, but it's
mm.
ECOWAS that issue the
Ultimatum.
ultimatum. But I want to clarify something because I hear for some people that the ultimatum is that ECOWAS is going in if they refuse to obey. But then what I'm hearing on the other side is that ECOWAS is not actually going in physically, but at least they will start imposing some of the sanctions. So which one
Yes,
did you hear?
I think they plan to have like 9 sanction on them. 9 sanction.
So
And
the ultimatum is not a plan to go into military action.
no, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
that's exactly what I'm going to clarify because I see some media as usual yesterday actually parading it that Tinubu going in to Niger if they don't meet up with the ultimatum. So again, that's another wrong information.
No, tomorrow we are going to dissect everything tomorrow by the grace of God.
No problem, no problem.
Okay.
I don't have much to say, so you can finalize and let's close the show for the day. I don't have
Okay.
much to say other than to beg our youth to please assimilate good information, proper information, and stop deluding yourself. There is a lot of delusion out there, okay? And I'm happy we are able to analyze the cases in the court that we are waiting for the decision. And we are able to analyze that even if the decision comes, there is only little thing that Obi can get from the decision because he did not file important cases in order to be able to win important decisions. I'm happy we analyzed that from the outset so that the obedient guys who joined us earlier were able to hear it for themselves. So you can round off
Okay.
and then we
Thank you,
can be
everybody
on our way.
listening. All our social media network, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. I hope you have able to digest what we have able to analyze today. We talked about the screening that took place in the National Assembly of our ministerial nominee, how he has gone so far, and what we expect of them, and what we did not, what how they failed woefully today, in some cases. And the only thing that I will take away from today, like it seemed that future is bright based on the caliber of the youth that the president have included into these ministerial nominees, into these people, because most of the youth invited today, they were able to do justice to their inclusion. I mean, their inclusion is not based just because they are youth, because they have something to offer, and that's why they have been incorporated into the decision-making process of this country, and which is a very good applause to the president. I think this is the direction we need to go. We need to give them a kind of opportunity to able to express themselves, able to learn and become a very good leader by the time they get to that maturity level. All those our old cargo, we can able to retire them, let them stay at home and just give us counsel on how to govern our nation. Because governing a nation involves a lot of energy and a lot of brain taxing, and which most of them are not capable of offering anymore because they are already aging. Thank you for being part of today's show. I really enjoy myself. Very, very hot argument, which is very educative and very educative and very explanatory. Thank you. You're all welcome. By the grace of God, tomorrow we are going to analyze the broadcast of Tinubu or President Tinubu today. We are going to analyze it tomorrow, all the promises he made and the kind of sacrifice he's expecting us to make, and what government need to do to cushion the effect, the kind of palliative the government have rolled out for the people, and what the government need to do on their own part to able to lead by example. These are the things we are going to examine tomorrow. Bye. You are welcome. Take care. Have a nice, wonderful night rest.
This is why, J boy, are you there? Yeah, what's your love?